This is Duke University.
If you'd like to be considered for need-based aid from Duke, here's what you need to know. Applying for all the need-based aid available from Duke requires 3 major steps that should be completed by March 1st. 1. Completing the free application for federal student aid. 2. Completing the College Board CSS profile application. And 3. Submitting your tax information. Let's take a look at Step 1, completing the FAFSA. To complete the FAFSA, students and a parent should go online to fafsa.gov. The FAFSA requires information from both students and custodial parents. Choose the correct form for the year you will be attending Duke, and you'll want to have your household's most recent tax forms and W-2s nearby for reference. If you've already filed your taxes, you may be given the option to use the IRS data retrieval tool when completing the FAFSA. If available, always use the IRS data retrieval tool to import your income information. Once the data transfer is complete, finish answering the questions and request your FAFSA results be sent to Duke by using school code 002920. Complete the application by having both the student and the parent sign the form with an electronic FSA ID. If you don't already have an FSA ID, you can sign up for one while completing the FAFSA online. Once your FAFSA is submitted, you're ready to move on to Step 2, completing the CSS profile application. To be considered for Duke's need-based grants, students and parents must also submit the CSS profile. If your biological or adoptive parents are divorced or separated, you will need to submit 2 profile applications, one for the parent included on the FAFSA and one for the other parent's household not included on the FAFSA. The parent not listed on the FAFSA is often referred to as the non-custodial parent, and Duke requires information from both custodial and non-custodial parents to complete your application. If you have extenuating circumstances regarding the non-custodial parent and you can't provide their information, you can visit our Forms webpage and complete a non-custodial parent waiver request to determine if their information must be provided. However, most students will be required to submit information from both parents and will be prompted to do so when completing the application online. There is a fee to complete the CSS profile. Students whose household income information meet qualifying criteria will automatically have the fee waived when the form is complete. Others will be prompted to enter payment information to submit the form to Duke. And finally, let's take a look at Step 3, submitting your tax information. To be considered for need-based aid from Duke, students and parents must submit copies of tax documents from the most recent tax year. If you're applying as a regular decision student, custodial household tax information should be sent to the College Board's IDOC service. Documents can be sent to IDOC by mail, or they can be uploaded to the College Board secure server online. If your parents are divorced or separated, non-custodial tax information should be sent directly to the Office of Undergraduate Financial Aid. Non-custodial documents can be mailed, faxed, or emailed directly to our office. Duke will require the following documents from all applicants: a copy of the tax return for the most recent tax year, including all pages of the tax return. This includes all forms, schedules, statements, and worksheets that accompany your tax return. We'll also need copies of all W-2s issued for the tax year. If a parent has divorced or remarried, this includes copies of W-2s for the step-parent if the taxes were filed jointly. Additionally, if you're a business owner, we'll need a copy of your business tax return. This includes Forms 1120, 1120S, 1065, and all K-1 forms that were issued for the business. We understand that some families may not have filed taxes by the March 1st deadline and may have requested an extension from the IRS. In these cases, Duke won't be able to determine your eligibility for aid until the tax documents are filed. But don't worry, once your taxes are filed and received by Duke, you'll qualify for the same level of aid you would have received if you'd been able to meet the deadline. It's just that we won't be able to process your application until all your documentation is complete. For regular decision students who submit all the required documentation by the March 1st deadline, aid letters will be available with your notification of admission. And that's how you apply for financial aid at Duke. For more information, visit the application and commonly asked questions pages available on our website, at www.financialaid.duke.edu.